Bitcoin did test the $91,000. It went at the bottom of the Bollinger as we talked about on Wednesday. Now it is looking that it's going to test the moving average, but we don't know. It doesn't look like it has the strength to go above that. And today we also have unemployment rates that are going to be released in the afternoon. So by the time you're watching this video, most likely the price will be different than it is right now. It could be very good or it could be very, very bad. I'm expecting bad, especially if Powell will be joining us with his very famous good afternoon that is able to tank markets a lot. So that being said, let's take a look at some data, some articles, and also let's talk about the future itself of the channel. So let's jump right into it. Hello everyone, as you can see, Bitcoin right now is $94,931. Ethereum is at 3,311. So Bitcoin did touch the bottom of the Bollinger, and the 4 hours, you can see that even clearer. When I was recording on Wednesday, it was 91,800, and we went past that a little bit to the 91,400. We touched the bottom. Now we're looking up a little bit, but we are losing volume. We're losing strength right here. On the Ethereum side, we did touch the bottom of the Bollinger as well, but we are more funneled than Bitcoin was. So we don't know what will happen, but we still lack a lot of volume. You can see the volume slowing down, decreasing right here. And we actually touched the RSI. We went below the RSI by a lot here 3 times. So 3 times we went, this one was 15.5, this one was 20, and this one was 24. So below the 30, you know, it is oversold when there's way more selling pressure, and usually it tends to correct itself, which it did right here. For example, oversold below the Bollinger, it gets to correction. Same thing right here, oversold, it went below the Bollinger, corrected again, and here it went below, but we still got inside the Bollinger, which could see it as a good sign. But again, we don't know because we don't have enough volume to decide if this is good or bad. That being said, the copy trading. Copy trading, we're already more than halfway than December itself, and it's just the 10th of January. So we are at 2.8, almost 3%. Total P&L is 70%, and we have over $900,000 in assets under management. We have 0.41% in the past 24 hours, and we're doing fantastic. 5% in the past 30 days. So I think, as I said before, January will be a very good month for the copy trading strategy. On the earn tab, there's not much to talk about. I'm red on all of these positions, but since it is for the 17th and Trump will be elected on the 20th, I don't know if that will bring in some profits before. It will be priced in before. So I just have to wait it out and see if things work out in my favor. So regarding the price of things, the fear and greed index is at 43, but with jobs, unemployment rates coming today, and especially if Powell goes up and talks to us, I think we are gonna go back to the fear a little bit. Maybe the 39, maybe the 40, we don't know. But the 43 is already going down. It was a 58, I think it was last time, and I said this is gonna go down because it is still too high on the neutral. We could see again a fear showing up. Another thing, interesting thing, is that while everything is down, BNB was almost the same. Unless your leverage 1.22% in the past 7 days isn't bad, especially when you look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all the other altcoins. Altcoins tend to suffer more. For example, Solana minus 10%. But another one, not only BNB, that has been doing actually very good and is in the green is Sui. Let's take a look at Sui right here, 9% in the past 24 hours. So Sui is doing fantastic, is doing an amazing job. And then other than that, we have to scroll down a lot to see BitGet token right here, 4.22%. Other than that, everything is tanking. So HBAR minus 13, Polkadot minus 13, everything else is red. So congratulations if you are someone who is holding Sui or you were leveraged Sui 10, 50, 100x on that token because it is performing very, very well. The Bitcoin dominance right here, I showed you this before on Wednesday, but now we are between a resistance right here that has been going up since November. We tested it already once, and this resistance zone, this is a point of control right here, is where prices itself, they tend to slow down and see which path they're going to choose. You can see right here, it slowed down here, it slowed down right here before going up, but then it tested again as a support. It tested one more time, it slowed down here, almost tested right here. We can even consider this as testing. Then it kind of bounced all over inside this, and now we're testing it again. If this goes up, altcoin season will have to slow down. And again, I'll be even more of a fool, especially from Monday's video that is getting a little bit of traction, especially from the things that I said there and the thumbnail, specifically the thumbnail. But if things go in my favor and we reject this and go back down, then altcoin season will start to ramp up again. And with this ramping up, we're going to see, especially if you are already buying into SUI, these altcoins will spike in price a lot, because when Bitcoin's dominance goes down and also USDT dominance goes down, this means that money is flowing out of these into altcoins, into meme coins, into small cap tokens. So we can see these tokens perform very, very well, which is the projection for Q1 that I have been saying. Q1 will be a very good quarter for altcoins, also for Bitcoin, but Bitcoin I don't think is going to go up that much, maybe 20%, maybe 10%, but altcoins will do 40, 50, 60, 100% in this first quarter. The liquidation is all over the place. We can see right here that we have way more longs than shorts, and we can see that even from the liquidation right here. If we switch everything to 24 hours, we see the amount of people wrecked was less than Wednesday. Wednesday we saw, I think, 500 million, almost 600 million if I'm not mistaken, and now a lot of longs are getting liquidated, especially Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. And actually shorts are getting liquidated for SUI. As I said, SUI is doing very, very well. It's going up. So SUI and Sonic are getting a lot of people out because they're shorting and they're going up. So 67% longs are getting liquidated so far. And this looks very different than it was on Wednesday, which was to the other side. And we had way more shorts right here waiting. Most likely they already got wiped out from their positions. So let's talk about MicroStrategy, because here we have a very big debate. A lot of people think Saylor is a genius. A lot of people think he is a Ponzi master, or just an evil or just stupid guy. The speculations that he's running the biggest Ponzi that the market has ever seen, bigger than Enron, bigger than everything that we've seen, even FTX. But why is that? Mainly because of the loop that he seems to be causing. Again, you have to read and try to understand and make sense of that is real or not. The loop that he's using to get more money, invest in more Bitcoin, and then get more money and then invest in more Bitcoin. And why is that? Well, first of all, MicroStrategy is the biggest company by Bitcoin holdings. So the amount of Bitcoin that MicroStrategy holds, I think is 447,000 Bitcoin held by MicroStrategy. And out of that, you can see the price started to spike since November last year, which is when we went from around 60 to over $90,000 for Bitcoin. So over 40% increase, I think it was, in a matter of 5 days. And he says, a lot of people are speculating that he has been selling over the counter. We have not proof that this is true. We are seeing from all the data coming out that Saylor is holding, and he's being very vocal about it. There is no reason to sell the winner. So he does not plan to sell Bitcoin, because on everywhere he goes, podcasts, TV shows, interviews, whatever, he is stuck on Bitcoin going to $1 million per Bitcoin. So that price is, I think, what is pushing him to hold more Bitcoin. So his strategy that people are saying this is the scammy part that he's doing is that he's issuing debt to get more creditors, more loans from people or from investors. And the way he does that is that he's going to issue some debt from MicroStrategy. People are going to buy that to get some interest rates out of these. They lend money pretty much in very simple terms. They're lending money to the company. They're going to be buying Bitcoin with that and paying back these interests to these owners, to these lenders or creditors. So the scheme that people are saying is that this is messing with the net asset value of the company, because it is Bitcoin based. It is not the company's value. It is Bitcoin's value that the company holds. So the more Bitcoin goes up, the more the price itself of the value of the company goes up, because they have Bitcoin in reserve. That is going to inflate more the price of the company, and then he can issue more debt to sell to people and get more money to buy more Bitcoin. You see the flywheel here? The company price goes up. He now can ask for more money. Investors are going to be willing to give more money in a company that is going up, that is performing very well on payroll. So Jacob here on Twitter, again, I don't agree with these words, and I'm going to tell you why on a specific part that he says that doesn't make sense. But he says MicroStrategy's business model is a giant scam and relies on reflective loop. It issues debt or equity to buy Bitcoin, which drives Bitcoin's price higher. that increases MicroStrategy market cap, it boosts the index weight and attracts more cheap investors. With a higher valuation, it issues more equity to buy more Bitcoin. I'm going to stop right here. We're going to read below. But here he says, the part where he says, which drives Bitcoin price higher, I think that is the error. That is the part that is wrong right here in this logic. Because Saylor is the biggest maxi we have for Bitcoin, but he's not able to manipulate the price of Bitcoin as he wants. He is not able to do that. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been holding bags in the red or at break even at most for so long. He has been buying Bitcoin since 2020, and we saw Bitcoin at 49,000 in 2020. Then we saw Bitcoin at 19,000 after that. So he held a very negative P&L for a lot of time. And now, because Bitcoin is going up, people are saying that he's going to be manipulating Bitcoin's price, which is not true. He doesn't hold enough of that, and he doesn't have the persona itself to pump or dump Bitcoin's price by a lot. Jerome Powell can do that. Jerome Powell is able to say good afternoon and screw with everyone, screw with the markets. Saylor is not able to. Even Trump or Elon Musk have more power into pumping or dumping the markets from what they say than Saylor has. So that part where he says that he drives the price of Bitcoin higher because he's buying more Bitcoin, no, this just makes people buy in more because they are following him, but still not enough to manipulate the market. This is my honest opinion. And the cycle will have been the same with or without him. So he says right here, the cycle only works if Bitcoin keeps rising. Again, another thing that I don't think is true, because he has been buying since 2020 with issuing that from MicroStrategy. So I don't think. And here he says, if Bitcoin stalls or crashes, which it will, so the guy clearly is not a crypto enthusiast from what it seems, the loop collapses. This is unsustainable and it is a giant Ponzi. The scheme is even bigger than FTX, Bernie Madoff, and Enron. When it collapses, it will make history. So this part is just pretty much speculation. I don't agree with that. I think it is a risky move. This is why a lot of people think he's either super genius or super crazy. It is a very risky move, but it has been paying off for 4 years already, especially in the past year. It has been working out very, very good for Saylor. So before we close in, I have an article that I want to read just because it is interesting, the naming that he gave. The title says, Crypto Headed for Banana Singularity, where everything goes up. So I think the name Banana Singularity or Banana Event is because the shape that the graph does when it goes parabolic, it resembles a banana. I think it is. I don't see an explanation anywhere here, but that could be my understanding. And this guy says that we are in the banana zone right now, and it has 3 phases. The phase 1 is consolidation, which is where we are right now. And then we have the Banana Singularity, which is alt season, which if that happens, I'm going to take the banana nomenclature, the naming, close to my heart, because I have been saying on Monday's video has been doing a lot of views, way more than usual, especially right now, because of the thumbnail and me saying that it is altcoin season, a lot of people making fun of it. But like this guy, I do believe that we're going to see in the first quarter an altcoin season coming. We are just 10 days in for a quarter that is 90 days long. So there's still way more time to go on this. So I just wanted to add this right here because it is funny. I thought it was very, very funny. So that being said, before we end the video, just remember that today we have unemployment rates data coming out. So I don't know if Powell will be talking or just the data itself will come out. If he does, expect the markets to tank a little bit. That guy hasn't been helping us since the past times, and the projection is 4.2. So the projection that we have, the estimate that we have is 4.2%. I don't know if we're going to make the same estimate or if we're going to go lower or higher. Last time, December 6th, we had an estimate of 4.2 and we actually did 4.2. We actually delivered 4.2, and that ended up being green for the markets. The markets before were 0.28 in the profit, and after 5 minutes after the announcement was 0.45, so almost a 0.5% up after the announcement itself. So maybe this could be good. Maybe this will be repeating as it was on December 6th. That being said, thank you so much for watching. Before we end the video, maybe you're gonna see another Bitopics channel or another video repeating itself on YouTube. That is okay. We are trying to post on 2 channels together, mainly because this channel right here, it has been losing traction. We don't know if we're getting shadow banned because of YouTube not liking crypto. For whatever reasons those could be, we are going to start a second channel. So I'm not going to link it, just not to bring any people who are not going to watch these videos. So if you find it okay, if not, we're trying to grow organically back into that channel. But anyways, just letting you know in case of you see two videos or two of the same videos posted on YouTube, you don't think that's an error or people trying to scam. No, it's nothing like that. We are trying to get another channel to grow organically, just because this one has been losing a lot of people interacting, of people visualizing and watching the whole video all the way to the end. So if that's the case, if you're no longer interested in that kind of content, you don't need to follow us. If you do and you find that other channel, just subscribe and watch the whole thing. If that interests you, it can be on 2x 3x speed. Just go through the whole video, otherwise that channel is going to get affected as well. We are trying to grow organically. So again, this video and that video, most likely it will only have like few seconds of difference here and there, just so we don't have the same video posted twice. But I just wanted you to know, especially if you got all the way to the end of the video, like some of you do. So thank you very much for your support, and I'll catch you guys on Monday. Have a good weekend and take care. Peace.